everybody!
Hey guys!
This is MaJeliv, we're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to the teaser trailer of Marvel Studios' The Marvels.
It's here.
We'll see how much we get of the story and all that. This movie's been long anticipated. We don't really know where Marvel's going at this point, how they're setting stuff up. It's been an interesting time for Marvel, for sure. So I'm very curious to see how this movie, we're all curious to see how this all ties into what they're building next, for sure. This movie actually got delayed. It was supposed to come out this summer, but they pushed it to November now. So now we got to see what the wait's going to be for. So.
Wait, why are we getting a trailer now then?
It's a teaser trailer, so they're probably trying to just build the hype and, a Secret Invasion coming out. There's probably some things that are important. So we're going to jump on in. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Hit the like button down below to let us know how excited you are for the Marvels and how big of a Marvel fan you are. And while you're down there, if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new MaJeliv Marvel reactions. But you being here today means a lot to us. So thank you. Let's jump into the teaser trailer of the Marvels. Here we go.
Saber Space Station.
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury.
Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Whoa.
Captain Rambo?
Uh-oh.
Wait, what?
Where's Captain Rambo?
What happened?
Whoa.
What?
Oh, that's what we saw.
Oh.
They all traveled to different
They
places.
all like
switched.
swapped.
Like they swapped places.
So that's where. Okay.
Ah.
Studios Marvel saw that. I just flipped.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're
Hey.
looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you...
There she
I can really
is.
say it. No, not again! Hi. Where's Doctor? Wherever you were.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
The question is why, right?
Oh, man.
Oh man. Dang.
Dang.
Oh, this
Oh, this looks sick.
Looks like fun. For sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Army of kitties. Whoa, who's that they're fighting?
Why are they fighting?
Team? Oh, no. We're not a team. We're not a team.
Dude.
Wow.
November.
Oh man.
No wonder why they dropped
Hey.
the trailer.
Man, okay.
I got goosebumps on
Yeah.
that. That hasn't happened in a while with Marvel. Okay.
That seems
No wonder
really
why they dropped
Question-
that trailer, man.
The question
I mean,
is why though? Why are their powers right?
I mean,
It's so
who
interesting.
cares, man? It looks
At
like a
this
lot
point,
of
we're
fun.
just taking
Yeah.
it in.
I
Because,
feel like the thing that we're missing is just taking these movies moment by moment.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think just the anticipation of the build up and where it's going has ruined Marvel. Like, we can't be waiting for what's next. We just have to take these stories in as they come.
Yeah.
And these
And
can't be
eventually it'll lead to
created
something.
with what comes next. I mean, of course, they have to be created with what comes next in mind. But the story itself has to be sustainable and fun and also high stakes, but also have great characters, which this has three
Great
really
characters.
cool and dynamic characters that
Sure.
have some tension, some in between them. So it's
Specifically Monica and
right,
Carol,
which is
yeah.
why they would drop
Yeah.
this trailer, because it does look like
Yeah.
like a really cool movie.
And obviously they're all connected somehow because of them being related to the whole Marvels kind of power, I would say, even with Kamala. You know, she was a huge fan of Captain Marvel, and then what's the girl's name? Monica.
Monica, but
Yeah.
Photon I think it is.
Photon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she's obviously connected to. She's also connected to Captain Marvel because of her mom.
Right.
So there's connections to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks very, very promising.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been excited for a Marvel movie like this in a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a lot of fun. Again, I'm asking, and that is a bad thing. I'm curious to see why their powers, or why they're going like that, why they're jumping into different places. Is it something that they're going to be able to master and somehow use it to their ability in this movie, in this story, in this adventure. It's very interesting. I think that a Photon in the comics is considered a mutant, and Kamala has kind of been announced as the first, at least announced mutant in the MCU. Carol is the only one left, but there's also that, you know, when it comes to the first Captain Marvel movie, how she had the ability to withstand the power of the Tesseract. So does she have also some kind of gene in there? So I'm curious to see what connects them, but there's definitely, I think it's cool to see these three powerful, you know, heroes together, and to what seems, I think they're emphasizing a lot of the fun, a lot of the adventure part, the comedy and stuff, but there does seem to be a bigger threat, of course, and of course Nick Fury is still in space at this point, and in Secret Invasion he's not, or at least maybe he starts
which
there.
Which is strange why this is coming out in November and Secret Invasion is coming out sooner.
That's what's interesting.
So like there's a lot of things that are very, it's very curious to see how they do it. Maybe it's to let us know like where this takes place, or he's still in space at the beginning of Secret Invasion, and it's just this kind of. But Secret Invasion has to come out before, so
because then like if this comes after, then he doesn't die in Secret Invasion. It's just it's a little.
Unless the release date is a tease of it's not true, maybe they'll release it sooner.
It's like psych.
I mean, I for one, I think we're used to, and I think Joshua's right. I think we're so used to things being so linear, and it was so beautifully put together in the past. I question, like, okay, we know where all of these ladies came from because we saw them last in certain shows and movies, but how are they all of a sudden now coming together? Where have they been this whole time? So kind of not thinking about that and going into it just open, like, oh, we've never seen anything. This is just, let's just enjoy it. It is a challenge. It is a challenge because sometimes, you know, when things don't really connect and make sense, I think our minds have been trained to kind of expect them to be linear.
Well, if you think of the way it started out, they were all leading up to this end game, which is why everything kind of made sense, because it was either character building leading to Thanos and the Infinity Stones. It was all connecting. So I think because we're so used to that, we're not used to, you know, probably things that are a little bit more spontaneous, I guess is the word.
Another thing, really quickly though, too, is like, we know based on the shows where Monica is. I mean, she had that scroll come down and tell her, like,
we need you to go up. So that's where she's been.
So that's where she's been. She's been helping run experiments and tests, and then Kamala, we know where she's been.
What about Carol?
Carol, she's just been doing what Captain Marvel does, going around saving
that's the
people.
part to me that's still so.
I wonder if that's just part of her
frustrating.
I don't know, but I think that could play into what's going on. I mean, like the fact that she switches with Kamala and just keeps putting this girl in all this danger, like it could be a reflection on herself. Like I think there's a lot of potential for some great conflict, some great story
and character building.
It does seem fun. I think it looks entertaining, and I do actually want to see it.
Yeah.
So it does look like I am anticipating this movie. I think it is gonna be fun.
So I have a few thoughts. So here's the thing. When I watched Captain Marvel, one of the things that I was annoyed by the character, which obviously works because it ended up being more of a character piece than I had expected, and that might be a reason why I didn't fully like it at first, because it just didn't seem to fit with the rest of what was going on with Marvel at that time. But now, all this time has gone by, and I've remembered those first two viewings because I got to see the movie twice, and then seeing Kamala in Miss Marvel, and to have those two be the ones that kind of are connected. First of all, it says a lot about Kamala's power, because if Captain Marvel is connected to her, there's got to be on a sci-fi level, but it's science, on a scientific level, if the three of these ladies are connected, yes, I would lean toward the theory of clearly Carol is a mutant. There was no way she would have survived what happened to her. Absolutely no way. The Tesseract would have obliterated her. She would have been dust of dust. I mean, forget it. So there's definitely a merging of a very similar mutant power that these three ladies share. But especially Kamala and Carol, that I think is going to do something to Carol on a character level. At least I certainly can't help but have that expectation. Because Carol was left, for a lack of a better term, stunted, emotionally stunted. She literally is always by herself in space, somewhere far away. She creates distance between anything that might make her vulnerable emotionally.
Yeah.
And she's just going to save the world because she can, and she doesn't need anyone. And if people depend on her, then she'll show up really quick, and then she's gone.
Wow, that's a good.
Not attached, distant. She has no choice but to be attached right now to Kamala. And to me, that is so
Because she's
fascinating.
literally
That's
attached
intriguing,
to them.
That is so intriguing. Not to mention that now she's also connected to her best friend's daughter, who she totally feels horrible with, that she left her and abandoned her.
Yeah.
There's gotta
So
be a good
the
reason.
stakes emotionally for these characters. That's what got me with Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because yes, Marvel has always had exciting plots and action and hero sequences, sure, but I haven't felt this kind of character connection. Thank you. That's the word.
Like WandaVision,
This deep high stakes connection in a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm going back to like Civil War and Age of Ultron when
Yeah.
it was personal, it was familial, and that's what this is becoming. And the fact that Kamala is in the middle of all this, she is like us. Like I feel like Kamala represents all of us as Marvel or superhero fans. If we got thrown into this universe and suddenly we have powers, she does such a good job of like just displaying our emotions.
God,
That
it's
moment
so
when that
good.
cat is like eating
The
these
scream,
guys.
that
That is
shit.
such a genuine like,
Yeah.
what is going on right now? This is where am I? So I cannot wait.
And
I'm
I think they're all
very
going to
excited
teach
for this.
each other very special things.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I also feel like Kamala, she may have to, she's very close to her family, and I think this experience may have her maybe grow up a bit more than she's grown up so far, with the challenges that are coming. I think they're all going to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know there's things coming in the future for her as well, I'm sure, with, I think, with the new Avengers that are building up, the young ones. So
I don't know. For me, there's got to be a good reason why this is coming out in November, man.
That's bugging.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
well,
What
the
month
movies
is
that
it?
are coming before, I think.
April?
We're in
are-
April. We got a long way
I
to
think
wait.
there probably is more build up before this for other things that need to happen.
We also have to keep in mind that
Maybe.
that means over the summer at Comic-Con, they're going to have updated announcements and
Yeah.
things.
like
that
I'm thinking Loki.
I'm
like,
telling
what's
you,
happening.
yeah,
in Loki.
there's a lot of things that I think are shifting, not only because of Marvel and the way I think audiences have received it, but also because of the state of Disney and the state of the studios, and
Yeah.
Right.
and I think Marvel's approach to their storytelling may be changing in terms of how much they're putting into shows. Are they going to kind of go back into a theatrical, so
And
I'm very-
spacing out their movies too, because it's
Exactly,
Guardians
so-
and then the Marvels, which are very far apart now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
True.
that
I
makes
think,
sense.
I think it was that too. I think
There it is.
Guardians, it would have been too much. So
There's the light bulb.
So yeah, we'll see. That's kind of what we can speculate. But to your point, Dad, I think there's definitely a lot of opportunity character-wise to tell
yeah.
a great story and to make these characters evolve. I think you have, a character like Monica who Carol failed, who let down, who didn't let herself connect with, and in Kamala, Carol finds herself with a second chance, a sense to redeem herself, and you might find a Monica trying to remind her of that, as at the same time of trying to mend their conflict, their tension. So there's a lot of fertile ground.
Yeah.
For
sure.
For a great story, for great
Very
characters.
promising.
A lot of potential for sure. So yeah, guys, that was our reaction to the teaser trailer of Marvel Studios' The Marvels. We want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments as to what you guys thought of this trailer, how you feel about this movie, how you feel about the MCU right now, and what these characters mean to you, and where do you think they're probably pulling some inspiration from the comics. We'd love to. You guys also have a lot of great knowledge and wisdom when it comes to the comics and stuff. So we just love to connect with you in the comments. And besides that, go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.
Bye.